Welcome back to Afia TV News today. This is the discussion segment, and this afternoon we're taking a look at the spate of defections we've seen in the last few weeks in the country. So a lot of political bigwigs are shifting base from their political party to the ruling All Progressives Congress. And the question is, with the spate of defections, is it possible that Nigeria is headed to a one-party state? And to help us provide some perspectives on this is Emmanuel Nwachukwu. He's a legal practitioner and a public affairs analyst. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon. I'm delighted to be here on this show.
So, I'm sure you've been observing what's been going on within the country, and with everything that has happened, do you think that we're inching closer to that point where, well, if you're not in the APC, you are not a politician?
I think the situation in the country right now is something that all political analysts and those following the political trajectory in Nigeria should be more worried about, because it's marks of doom. We are practicing democracy, and in a system where multi-party systems is being discouraged rather, by the government in power. It smells doom for the entire country and the entire political system. So it's a matter of concern to me personally and to everyone who is concerned about Nigerian politics.
So, I mean, typically what has happened, the latest big person to defect was Sheriff Obodo, the governor of Delta State.
Yes.
And I think he was supposed to address the press today, say he will speak to the press today. And is it possible that one can say, okay, this is the reason why the governor of Delta State defected to the APC? Remember, they defected and moved all the political structure. Of course, the former governor also defected with him to the APC.
And the members of the National Assembly.
Yeah, so what was it really that was missing for them?
I think, to be frank with you, I would call it a political survival and tactics to remain relevant, and then to play the second-term agenda of most governors. He's a first-time governor, and I believe that he doesn't want to jeopardize any chance of him securing a second term in office. I think that fear of Fubara syndrome and other happenings in the country that motivated him to shift his political base to the APC. Because no matter how you want to paint it or picture it as being a patriotism or democratic choice or whatever term you might use, it still boils down on winning an election and the viability of PDP as a party to be a structure some of those governors can build their political fortune. So I believe it is the quest to make sure that he is re-elected as the governor of Delta State that forced him to make such a 360-degree change into the APC.
And of course, there are also other governors that are being touted to join the APC. We hear that the suspended governor of Rivers State, Similar Ifubara, will join the APC. These are things we are seeing. I mean, the publications are all over the place. The governor of Akwa Ibom State, and even the governor of Enugu State.
Of course.
But we haven't seen any concrete denial from Enugu or elsewhere, but only Abia. Abia has denied it. I think he issued a press statement a day or two ago saying that he has no plans of leaving the Labour Party to the APC. So, I mean, the government houses or the governors that are being pointed at and being, there's news all over the place that they will defect, them not saying anything, does it actually create any suspicion that maybe this might be true?
For the avoidance of speculating or trying to drop comments on actions that are still under probability, I would restrain my thoughts and my words to actions that have been taking place or are likely to take place. Even though our people will say that these governors that have been living in denial, their agents, and most of them have been in the back door. They have been denying these assumptions that there might be a shift to the APC. However, I still believe that 2 years from now, or probably a year from now, things will start getting clearer. I believe that Fubara as a governor who is battling to come back again after his suspension, has a lot to lose, and he is willing to trade the party to the APC. Equally, speaking of someone like Peter Mbah of Enugu State, he's the only PDP governor in the Southeast. He's currently the leader of the PDP in the Southeast. So if Peter Mbah goes to the APC, it means that this is a closed chapter for the PDP in the Southeast region. And with him will also be the structure of the party in the Southeast. The Southeast has always been a PDP zone, right from 1999. It has been a party that a region that has overwhelmingly supported the PDP presidential candidate and almost all PDP candidates in the election. But then, with the party suffering a lot of electoral losses, as seen in 2023, to the Labour Party and to the APC, Dave Umahi left, was able to win another term for the party through Francis Wifu being the governor. And then we look at Alex Obodo. He's already in the Labour Party. Then who opposed Odema in Imo State. And we look at other states in the region. So no one is actually talking about the PDP. So the PDP is losing its grip on the region. So if Peter Mbah leaves PDP to the APC, it will not come as a surprise to most of us that have been following the political tragedy since 2023, because we know he has already testified, he already believed that the president is his friend, is his ally. He has some deference to the president. So if the president wants him to be with him in his party, and he has been making an attempt to be on the same developmental plans with the president, and probably, like the politician will say, linking us to the center. So maybe it will be a card on the table for him. But then, such a decision, I believe, should be one taken very, very seriously, because it will spare a lot of, it will create a lot of tension and a lot of, disastrous effect on the politics, because we cannot begin to entertain or imagine the chances that this Southeast region becomes practices a one-party system. Democracy makes sure that there are at least two parties vying for elective positions, so that the opposition can be able to checkmate to the activities of the ruling party. So if we turn into a one-party system, especially in a region as viable and as versatile like the Southeast, I don't think is a development we all should be proud of.
Well, I mean, if you look at the whole defections taking place, it looks like the PDP has been at the receiving end. The PDP and then the Labour Party. Do you think that with all this that is happening, that the PDP might fizzle out, politically speaking, in terms of impact, by the time 2027 comes closer?
Well, I think PDP has been the cause of their problems. Like a few weeks ago, the remaining governors of the PDP, they met, I think, in Ondo, and they decided that they will not form part of any coalition or any measure that will seek to unseat Tinubu as the president. This, I think that decision will come to hurt the PDP, because this is one of the reasons why James Manager, I think, in Delta State, is saying that that's one of the reasons why they are leaving the PDP to the APC, because it's not imaginable that one single opposition party can win Tinubu in 2027. So if PDP as a party closes its door to any opportunity or any chance of a merger or any chance of working with other opposition parties to make sure that at least they present a uniformed ground or a consensus candidate that can rival Tinubu in 2027, I think saying that PDP will fizzle out will not be entirely out of the equation.
But is the PDP the only party that will be at the receiving end? Labour Party just maybe somehow managed to wriggle out of their problems. But it looks like with everything happening, because they haven't been around so much in terms of operating at the highest level of politicking in the country, do you think that maybe the way this will affect the party will be even worse?
Well, I wouldn't think that, because there are a lot of expectations from the PDP. The PDP has been there since 1999. They were there from 1999 to 2015, holding the presidency. So the most expectations are from them. The Labour Party are just almost the new guys on the block. They just came into the limelight in 2023, courtesy of His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi. So I believe, yes, some members, the hard-fought victory they had in 2023 is diminishing because some of their members are leaving the party for greener pastures in the APC. But I think that the Labour Party, as a party, they got 6 million votes in 2023 without any state governor, without members of the National Assembly, without any viable structure. So I think that miracle happened in 2023, and I believe that miracle can always happen with the Labour Party or any other party that is serious about winning an election in 2027. But then, for the PDP, they are the old guys. They are so dogmatic. I would refer them as conservatives. They are not willing to try new methods. So these newer guys, they can say, okay, let's blend it here, let's cut it here, let's see if this can work. They are experimenting, they are winning, and they are trying to build on their electoral victories or losses or what have you. But then the PDP, they have been there. The old method, the Old Testament, they want to continue to follow that path. So
but what new methods do you think the PDP are not employing? Well, because you said that they need to try new methods.
Well, I believe that if PDP are serious with winning, they should be open to merger. Labour Party is open to merger. Labour Party is open to winning, to working with other parties. Likewise, SDP. Likewise, even as depleted as NMPP is, Kwankwaso and others. You didn't mention that, but then they are suffering too. Senator Ezeka or someone from Kano is defected. Other members of the National Assembly equally defected from the NMPP. So they are also losing some of their elected officers. But then they're also staying behind, thinking about how we can make a developmental success into the future. But then the PDP, I believe they should open their doors, number one, and then they should look towards the youth demography, because as seen in 2023, it was more so about the Labour Party. It was the youth that championed everything about the Labour Party. So if they could get a candidate that is appealing to the youth and not just the old warriors or the old men that have always been there, they can look at a possible candidate that has that admiration and fan base with the youth. If they don't consider, they made terrible errors in 2023. One, the most important error they've made is refusing to zone the presidency to the south, and it affected them. And that's one of the reasons why Wike and other governors left the G5, didn't support the Atiku presidency. So if they are willing to shift ground and think outside the box, I believe it could be a veritable ground for them to have a successful run in 2027.
So, I mean, typically, are you seeing a situation where if in 2027 the political party that might get that youth vote will be the one that really opens its doors and provides an exciting program for them? Do you think that?
Definitely. If you check about the electorate and those who are eligible for vote, you know that we are talking about youth from 18 years majorly and probably down to 45 or 50 years. They know that whatever decision, political decision is being taken affects them majorly. You can't talk about our parents or those who have gone beyond that level because they're already retiring into the game. But then the youth, they are enthusiastic. They want to participate in the electoral process, and they don't want to be under the old method where they will be forced or coerced to join an already established political party that have been, or part of the people that have been, part of the problem of the country. So they believe that these new guys, these new political parties, these new faces, or these new politicians who they have heard from, read, and experienced their governance in their while serving as governors or senators or what have you, that they hold most in stock for them than those that have been there and have not been productive or have not given the youth something to look forward to. So I believe that any political party that is desirous of winning the 2027 election should look towards the direction of the youth, both in those they failed as candidates and those they incorporate into the election campaign organization and what have you. So if they give more room to show the youth in clear terms that this election is all about you guys and we want you to participate and these are the plans we have for you, I think the youths are more likely to follow them.
Much more likely, and I have to thank you so much, Emmanuel Nwachukwu, is a legal practitioner and public affairs analyst. Thank you for your analysis this afternoon on the news today. And to end the news today, here is a reminder of our top stories. Reactions have continued to trail Governor Oti's alleged plans to join the APC. And the federal government have raised alarm over cyber slavery targeting Nigerian youths across West Africa. And the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, NDIC, has begun a 46.6 billion naira payout to top Heritage Bank depositors. Elsewhere in the world, Israel have launched airstrikes on Beirut. Thank you for staying with us on the news today. Do follow us on all our social media platforms at Afia TV Official. My name is Alex Obodo. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.